first.
Hey!
Hello. Wow.
Well, that's the things in the podcast chat.
Podcat
On
as well.
Podcat?
Yeah, he's in the Podcat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is the Casual Misfits Game Podcast.
Where all the
Welcome,
cool-
first of all.
All the cool cats out.
Hello.
Second of all, this is live. So you can be on Twitch talking to us right now. Chatting it up, if you will. Get it, because it's a chat. Did you
Your
get
jokes
it?
are on par
I
today.
got it.
Yeah. On par?
Yep.
Knocked that one.
The thing
Out
says,
of the
meow.
park.
Well, that's the thing. We'll be happy to know that the reason we're a little discombobulated right now is because we were actually defending you before this podcast started.
Don't
Whilst
tell
you guys
him
were
things
watching
like
the intro.
that.
I know. Don't let your head
Yeah,
get too big.
Like it's
But we were
already
talking about how
freaking
much we
huge.
want to get back to Gears of War.
Yeah.
On our part, it's neither
we
mine
both.
nor Michael's fault that we haven't been able to play. It's 50-50 because we've both been busy.
I see what you did there. It's the
both
double
of them.
entendre. It's
Yeah.
actually his fault on their side and
Yes.
his fault on our side.
Yes.
Yeah.
But,
Wow.
but
You're-
what are you
oh.
doing?
I-
But
apparently I
on
shook it a little too.
Ate and Joseph's side, where they're trying to complete the co-op, it's 100% Ate's fault because we said Joseph was ready.
Yeah,
So well, that's the
yeah.
thing. You're welcome for the defense. What do you guys say we actually start this podcast
And
all
it's his
over
fault
again?
for us not being able to play either because he's been there at the house when we've wanted.
This
to
is the Casual Misfits Gaming Podcast, episode number 84. You're on the end seat.
Ocho Cuatro.
Ocho Cuatro. We are fully bilingual here.
I was kind of
I am Matt Rojas, aka the Dread
nerf,
Pirate.
but,
Like we
you know.
mentioned, this is a video game podcast live. You can watch it, interact, do everything. We'll have cool trailers playing behind us right now. You see a gray screen, but don't worry, it's actually a green screen. We can change it, do anything we want on it. It's pretty cool. With me, we have. You look confused. With me, we
green, not gray. That's all right. That's cool.
with me we have
Michael Walquist, aka Siri Knight.
Siri Knight, and on the far end,
I'm Ate Rojas, also known as No Jeans.
No jeans.
Claw says sees you are live. Goes back to playing Pokemon. 18 hours in.
Oh, I don't even blame you for
Don't
that
blame
one.
you. Which
I
one
did.
did you get?
I do.
Pokemon Sword or Shield?
Oh, you know he got shield. You know he got shield. British are really bad at attacking. So you know he got
I
shield.
knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. Well, that's the thing. Also said Shield. Now, is that the one you got? Well, that's the thing, or is that the one you're saying he got?
I completely forgot
He
that was
did get
coming
Shield.
out. Yeah.
Yes.
Got it.
Oh, they both got Shield.
Got him.
You guys tell us
Thank
why
you.
Shield is better than Sword.
Thank you for the sub, Mooney Girl.
Yeah, are they...
We like to start every podcast off with how our weeks have been, what games we've been playing. We'll start with No Jeans on that end.
Well, my week has been really busy.
Sea of Thieves?
Actually, I did play a little
Yeah,
Sea
of course you did.
Of
course you did.
Yeah. No, I know it's odd, but I jumped back into that game.
Wow, it's been a while, huh?
Yeah.
It's
Um,
been a
Been a while.
Yeah, I know that Joseph wants to play Sea of Thieves like
No,
stream.
Joseph wants to play Gears of War.
both.
I see our chat
Both.
every day. It's
Both.
Ate, are we gonna play
Both.
Gears of War? Literally on Twitter yesterday, you were like, "Got Death Stranding." It's like, I swear, if you beat that before we
Playing
beat
that
Gears
before-
5,
That's no excuse.
Oh.
It's gonna happen.
well, that's the thing. Says exclusive Ponyta Rapidash you cannot catch in Sword. So what does it go the other direction?
Yeah,
Like,
what does
what's the
Sword
one
have that
you
Shield
can't get in
doesn't?
Shield?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Real Honor says Gears 5.
I played some Death Stranding.
Mm-hmm.
That's a trippy game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about it at the spoilers. Our Nitty Gritty is about Death Stranding, actually.
I only got past because I've been busy,
Hmm.
and I got. Oh, so here's the thing. I went to go pick it up on Sunday because I pre-ordered it, as you do. Well, they sold my
Are you still getting
Physical?
hard copies?
for single player
For
games. Yes.
single player,
Really?
I would do
Yeah.
it for specific games. Yeah, like if they're specific, like Call of Duty. No,
No.
I'm gonna get
I did-
Madden. I'm gonna get but for games that are like,
So maybe
the-
I'm super ignorant. Yeah, walk me through what's the what's the
'cause-
benefit of getting the
because
hard
later
copy?
later on, as certain digital platforms go down, you no longer have a license to that digital game.
if they
so
stop
you-
supporting it, and I
Yeah,
want
okay,
to be able
alright.
to turn
Yeah.
on my PS3 10 years from now when they no longer support it and
Go
still
back and
put
play
my
it
disc
again.
in,
Okay. All
I
right.
could do that. So
Yeah.
All right.
with
Because the
certain
license
games,
on the disc.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay, that makes sense.
Multiplayer games, they're
who cares?
As long as the servers are up, they're still
Yeah.
Yeah, and
play
then-
them. Yeah.
They
and
only
if the
have so
servers are
long.
down,
And that's what you got them for was the multiplayer,
Yeah.
anyways. and
well,
in
that's the
10
thing.
years, it's
Said
like, yeah, okay,
Sword
I got you.
has Far-Fetched / Sir Far-Fetched.
Sir Farfetched, yeah.
That actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that looks legit.
and then I played.
Ponytail and Rapidash just gets a shield on their butts. You can't hit them. From
No,
behind.
I'm
It's
for
like
sure
the
going
frying
sword.
pan
Yeah,
in-
that
in
sold it for me.
PUBG.
Yeah. Yeah, no. You could get an exclusive pony, or you could get a badass Farfetched. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the Farfetch'd. Thank you very much.
Well, this thing says me. Ate, let's play Gears. Ate, I'm busy on call. Plays it behind.
I would never do that. I'll play multiplayer behind your back, but not the single
Not
player.
the single player. He's not a
Um,
heathen.
Yeah.
A monster.
Then also played because it came out Friday.
Well, this thing me. Ate, let's play Sea of Thieves. Ate, I'm busy / on call. Plays it behind my back.
That would actually happen. So I went to go get Death Stranding on Sunday. They sold my copy, my pre-ordered copy.
Oh, because you didn't.
No,
pick
I
it
was
up
still
right.
within the 48 hours of
Oh.
reserving it for me.
That's the most obnoxious
that's
thing I've had that
garbage.
happen to me.
So I went there like, oh, we're sorry, we have it sold out. Like, well, I pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah. I paid it in full.
Yeah.
Like, it's all the way paid off. This is a lesser-known hole-in-the-wall place called GameStop.
Oh,
I was just gonna ask you if it was freaking GameStop.
of course it's GameStop.
Holy crap, man.
Now, I love GameStop, but things
Said
like
no
this
one
are
ever.
kind of...
Yeah, because they go, okay, now I've been on the other side of that, though. I have been on the other side where I go in and I'm like, hey, I didn't pre-order. And they're like, you know, you
Oh,
lose,
you've been
you
the
lose a little bit
benefactor.
of that charm. You're
Yeah,
like, you
you've been
know,
the-
I meant to come in. I've been busy. I can't. It's because of any copies left. And they're like, well, we don't really, like, you know, well, it's the end of the day and they haven't, you know. Here, I'll
So
give you-
you're
I'll
the
give
guy-
you-
You're that guy.
Then they're like,
You've been the
I'll
benefactor.
give you this one. And, they're
Yeah.
like, and I've done that on more than one occasion. So
See, I'm the good guy.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
the bad guy.
You're
checks
mad
and
at it, yeah.
balances here, you know, maybe, but then I've been the guy that pre-orders and gets it. So you know, you just gotta. It's a give and take. It's a give and take.
So they're like, well, there's only one copy left in Miraloma, and we'll ship it in for you, and don't worry about it. You take 10% off. I'm like, okay, you guys are gonna call me when it comes in, right?
And it was
Yeah,
a
yeah.
special edition,
Yeah.
knowing you, yeah.
Well, not the crazy special. It was just like
Yeah,
know,
you didn't get that you
No.
didn't get that weird.
The-
no,
the-
okay,
the
thank
bridge-
you.
the bridge
Sweet
baby?
bejeebus.
No.
Good
Yeah.
lord.
no.
People
I wanted
buying
to.
that thing. That's weird, man.
Yeah.
So I got that finally. So I popped it in on Thursday. Crazy weird game. Like,
Yeah.
and I only
We're talking
Yeah.
Death Stranding. Maybe for anybody that's just tuned in.
yeah, just the first part of it is like the trailers where
Yeah.
you don't know what's going on. And apparently Benicio del Toro's in that game.
Yeah,
There's
we
a-
talked about that on the podcast.
Yeah, but I forgot about that.
It's
Oh,
in the trailer.
okay.
Yeah, I know. I forgot.
Okay.
But so weird game. Only got past the title screen scene. It's a long time to get in. It's like 20 minutes just to get to the Death Stranding thing.
Oh, that's cool.
That was your fault
You
this
might
time.
just have to let that
Yeah.
bad boy lay down.
Resting on this.
Yeah.
That sounds nothing like a Kojima game.
No.
Long cutscenes.
And it is
Makes no sense. Weird characters.
weird environments, weird
Environments.
enemies. Like
Yeah.
it's weird. I'm sure we'll talk about it later on. But
That's why I haven't gotten it.
Well,
is,
that's
like,
the thing. Me, Ate, let's play Death Stranding. Ate, I'm busy. / on call. GameStop sells his copy.
Del Toro, not
Yeah.
whatever.
Guillermo del Toro, not Benicio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
That's
I
what-
knew what he meant.
And then yesterday, Friday, yeah, that was yesterday. I got Jedi Fallen Order.
Talk a little bit about that. You both played it, so you
So
guys. We're gonna transition
badass.
into. He also got it. I know that
You got
guys,
a 40-minute
talk
section
to
set
Mike.
aside for this, right?
No, I did give you guys a little more time this time to talk about it. We'll give you guys a Zoner long section to talk about what games you played this week.
No, well,
Wee.
You actually don't
So
go that
I
far,
only-
please. Don't
so-
go that long.
I've only gotten a little bit into that game because I got home very late last night. I only
So
had-
if you've only gotten a little bit into it, you tell me how far you've gotten. 'cause
I've
chances
gotten
are
to-
probably
How about just no
further than you.
spoilers first of all, because it's
Okay.
the first week.
I've gotten to the part where there's a big thing, like
A big erection?
yes,
Yeah, I
yes.
got you. Okay, I know where you're at. Yeah, but you haven't explored the
Guys,
big
this is
erection
a
yet,
family
right?
I've no, I
podcast
haven't gone into
ish.
the.
You haven't gone into the erection yet. Into the the large. All right, whatever.
We'd like to apologize to all the people that have their kids watching the show right now, but we do not condone the.
You haven't gone into the large
statements
tower
made
yet.
by
No,
these
no,
two.
You haven't gone into the
I've-
large
I've
tower yet. We'll go with
perused-
tower. Yeah.
I've perused around it.
Okay.
Rancor with a heart on. I'm just guessing right
Apologize to all the children. My God, that's a terrifying image.
now. I'm just guessing. I haven't played the game yet.
And I'm playing that game on hard, and it is kind of hard.
Yeah, you are. You are. Yeah.
And there's this.
So you're playing on the Jedi, the Jedi Master level?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I put it
it's-
on the Jedi Master level
it's-
as well.
Like even like some of the little guys, like
It's-
learning the controls to that game doesn't
Yeah.
like I haven't played a Bloodborne. I don't know if it's the same kind of
I didn't
controls
play- I
as
didn't play it either.
Bloodborne, but it's not very intuitive. You have to like.
Is there a
rate-
level above the Jedi Master one?
Yes.
Yes.
What's that called?
Grandmaster. Jedi
Yeah,
Grandmaster.
Oh.
It
Yeah.
says if you've played Bloodborne and you're used to these kind of games,
Yeah, it basically says
That's what-
if you're super used to these kinds of games and you want an exceptional challenge, then go for this.
Should have been called Order 66. 'Cause we know that's the only thing that can beat Jedi Masters.
Oh, too freaking soon. That's rough. that's rough, man. Yeah, like that's I think for me that's because Matt and I were kind of talking about this on the way down here. I think that's the go ahead.
Well, that's the thing. Michael, Ate, let's play large erection. Ate, I'm busy / on call. Matthew tries to hang on to PG rating. I tried.
medical term.
Yeah, it's a medical term.
That I think was probably I was talking with Matt about this on the way down. I think that's probably the hard part about the game. It's not necessarily that it is difficult. It's that it takes a little bit to start wrapping your brain around the controls and kind of the fighting mechanics in it. Because it's not God of War. It's not where you can hack and slash from a distance and you can just spam the button over and over again. You gotta actually like time out your attacks. You gotta time out your force usage,
parries
your
and-
parries and
yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, like it's. And the range on the lightsaber, obviously, is extremely short. So you got to be up in them to actually be
Well,
able to.
unless you like. Now here's the thing: like the stormtrooper type people,
Right.
easy.
Super easy. Yes.
It's the
super
it's
easy.
the beasts that are around. that-
Yes, because they're freaking fast and there's a bunch of them and you gotta use that die. Like you have to use every mechanic in this
Yeah.
game. It's not like you can walk through it and just hack and slash your way through.
So you know, like the first after the beginning mission,
Yeah.
you go to that planet.
Right.
Did you go to the right and then find that one
That
humongous?
big, yeah. Oh, dude, that terrified the bejeebus out of me because I rounded that corner. I was like, ah!
I tried fighting that thing like
No.
3-4 times. It's
Nope.
You-
I fought it 2 or 3 times and I said,
here's the
nope,
health
can't do
bar,
it.
and then you do all the damage to it. It goes down to here, and
Yeah.
then you're like dead in 2 hits.
Yeah, no, I can't. I couldn't do
Oh,
it.
it's just like fighting the Valkyries in
Yes.
God of War.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got
That first time you come up against that Valkyrie
Yeah.
and she just mops the floor with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not gonna do this right now.
Yeah, I
Apparently,
had
this is
to-
like a later on. I come back to this.
So to give you perspective of how strong that thing is, I came back a little while. I've gone to 2 or 3 kind of planets and stuff like that, and I came back after I got some stuff and fought him, and I was able to kill him.
Yeah, okay, so I was
it's one of
correct.
those things that once
Yeah.
you come back, you can get them. You just gotta get some more health and stuff.
Well, if that's the thing, as a tip for you guys for playing Fallen Order, he says put a stormtrooper helmet on any of the beasts, and they'll always miss.
I should have done that.
So,
Actually-
words of wisdom.
Yeah.
Those freaking stormtroopers, man, they'll hit you. They don't mess around in this game. They'll hit you.
The guys that shoot at you, easy. Just
Yeah, they're just bing, you just
deflect back.
one deflection back and you're done.
Well, I actually use them as a. I don't deflect back at them because in the game you can target specific enemies.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll like target the land people that are trying to melee attack me, and then
Oh, so if
deflect
you
the blaster
yeah,
towards
if you
them.
use the R3 and you hone in on one particular target, it'll take that blaster shot.
Yeah.
And, I just assumed it always just
Nope,
deflected
you
it back
can-
at the
whoever you're
person who
targeted
shot
on,
you.
if
Oh,
you
okay.
don't have anything targeted, yeah, it'll go.
Oh,
back
okay,
to
nice,
them.
very
But
cool.
you can target
I
somebody
usually
else.
just have it go back at them because I get sick and tired of those guys because those guys annoy me when I'm trying to do the parries and I'm trying to actually fight that person. They're sitting there just boop, boop, and they're knocking me out of balance and stuff. So I usually just get rid of them as fast as I can. So,
Yeah, no,
but
but-
it is a fantastic game so far, and it's brutal, dude. Like
Yeah.
that whole save mechanic that they've got in there, the fact that you can't just willy-nilly go in and rest at every single meditation point, like it's rough. Like you can't.
And I'm doing the
Basically, you guys should describe the save mechanic is, it's old school. You have save points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you played old God of War or different games. It's not
And
you can save anywhere.
Right.
There are certain checkpoints past the save points.
The only ones I've encountered past the save points are if you fall off a ledge.
Yeah, and that's another thing.
Yeah, if you fall off a ledge, then it'll bring you right back to that particular point.
Yeah.
But every time I've died, it brings me back to my last meditation point. So you have to, and some of the meditation points are pretty far spaced out apart. So you got to be careful. You got to strategically plan out how you're going to actually deal with that situation.
Well, that's the thing we'd like to know. Well, so actually, first Claw says, is there a secret difficulty called Child Killer that replaces all the bad guys with kids? I'm guessing he means younglings.
Yeah, I think that was what he was kind of.
Well, that's the
My
thing.
God, that's a whole different game, buddy. Like, what are you trying to?
Well, the thing wants to know: do they have a Qui-Gon mode where you can be useless and have a fandom built around you by one gaming podcaster from Southern California? He's oddly vaguely specific, and I don't know exactly
that's
who
a
he's
thing.
talking about.
You are very familiar with this game mode. Well, that's the thing. It's called story mode. It's the easy mode that you've always played on God of War.
Oh,
so you're familiar with it. So you got it. Don't worry about it. Go handle it, buddy.
Fired back quickly.
But yeah, the game is fun. It's pretty. The music's great.
Yeah, it's a fantastic.
I'm in this place where I can't buy video games for myself because I already sent out my Christmas list and all the games that I wanted are on there, and so I have to wait like a month and hopefully like the Fallen Order I think is my #1 game on there on the list, and then I think like Death Stranding, and then something else I don't remember exactly, but I'm not gonna go buy it for myself right now.
Yeah, and
because
those are like the easy gifts to get for me.
I have 2 overwhelming pet peeves about the game so far, and they're very minute and they're very stupid. And Robert mentioned it the other day. Bug-eyed girl chick, like she needs a holy cow. Like,
well, here's the thing about that character.
No, it's
God.
that's a thing, not here's the
Oh,
thing.
I'm sorry.
dang it.
Yeah, he's in the
Did I
chat.
say that? Oh,
No,
yeah.
I see. It's yeah.
Oh.
There was.
Oh.
So she reminds me of. You remember Star Trek First Contact?
Oh, I wonder if it's the same actress because she
it looks
looked
very-
exactly like her.
I'm wondering if it's that actress. So there's an
and
actress.
she does have big eyes.
Does she have like the kind of
So it's not like
I think that's who it
unnatural
is because
thing.
No, because I have seen it on other people before. Like
Yeah.
it's like that's actually a thing.
and
you
she
know,
sounds
like,
similar. So I don't know if it's
Yeah.
the same actress from First
Right.
Contact.
that when they showed me the picture, I was like, she does have big eyes.
Yeah.
But
It's not.
she looked familiar. But when you said that,
Yeah.
I think that is
Yeah.
her. Well, if that's the thing. In response to you, goes. Death Stranding is giving me a super duper easy mode, so he's not playing easy.
Yeah, that's the
In
thing.
your face.
dang it.
when I saw that Death Stranding had a very easy mode, I'm like, oh boy. When normal is hard.
Yeah, when you have a very easy mode, that means normal's kind of jacked up now. So
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
the second
we
mechanic
can
that
move
drove
on.
me nuts.
Oh,
No,
second
we
mechanic.
cannot.
There's another. Oh, sorry.
No, we
More?
cannot.
Sorry,
it's
Zana.
not even a mechanic. It's just a stupid thing.
Observation.
It's an observation. So later on, you get the ability at a certain point to be able to automatically deflect all laser blast while you're sprinting.
Okay.
So as long as you're in sprinting mode, you just. It is the dumbest looking thing ever because when Cal sprints, he sprints with his head down like he's in sprinter mode, but he's also swinging the lightsaber around.
He's using the Force.
So he's not like yes, I understand that, but it looks like the least fluid possible way to do it. It looks like he's flailing, like he's running with his head down in a sprint.
Like it's just Kermit.
Yeah, that's it. And his arms are just and his head's down, and he's just doing this. He's not like it's the dumbest looking thing ever.
Hey, fellas. Hey, fella.
What's up, bro?
So that's
Yeah.
that's
So it's just funny, like watching
Yeah.
him run around in a full sprint with his head down. It just
is
looks
it like doing
he's
fight
just,
night where you're like
Yes,
you can
he's
change?
just scared, like, like he's
dancing.
just doing this over and over again, and you're like, all right. I mean, I can't do anything about it, but it's like they simply just added in the switching motion of blocking and put it over his sprint mode, like rather than
Well, it's
changing
kind of hard
it during,
to
I get it.
automatically deflect various projectile trajectories
Yeah.
and have a animation for that.
Totally. No, I get it. It was just a funny observation when I was watching it. I was like, well, that looks really dumb. But nonetheless,
All right.
it works fantastically. So it's a
What have you played, Matthew?
Oh, thanks, bud. I played
Bud.
Call of Duty
yeah,
a
boy.
lot.
It's a great game.
It's fun. I You know how you were telling me the thermal scope is like cheating too easy? It is to a point, but as you start to play more, you actually find it's more of a hindrance.
I don't like it on the
assault
I hadn't
rifles?
realized that you had it on the assault class. I don't. I
Yeah.
saw somebody playing with it at one point. It might have
Yeah.
been even you.
Yeah.
I saw somebody playing
was
with
me,
it
yeah.
on the assault class. I don't like it on the assault class. On the sniper class, I really like it
Yeah.
because of the fact that it's a bigger scope on
Yeah.
the sniper class. Plus, I like the fact that I can see somebody immediately who starts to poke
And
out.
it seems like the accurate and like the way they make what it makes a gun more accurate.
Yeah, we
It's
talked about that the other day.
obnoxious,
The stat
you
blocks
know,
are weird on
are
it.
weird,
like-
but
For example, what?
So for me, they on the sniper class, it says if you put the like the monolith suppressor on it, basically, it
Okay.
increases the accuracy and the
Well,
range.
it would.
And I don't feel like it does.
It would.
I hear you.
No.
I hear what you're saying in real
We're
life.
saying like
yeah.
what the stats say they do, just
But-
sometimes doesn't always do it.
Right, because when I'm in the game and I'm shooting somebody I have that silencer on it, and I've had like a dozen shots where I've been right on the person and not hit them, and they're well within range. And then I take immediately in that same game, I took it off and went back to the regular monolith barrel or whatever it was type thing, and I'm dropping people left, right, and center with it. So that's
Yeah,
what I'm
there's
saying. Is
certain
like
things where,
I
like-
know what you're saying in real life. That it does do
Yes.
that, but I'm saying sometimes it doesn't always translate in the game the way they say it should.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
for some reason, like the spread with the thermal scope will be, and it makes no sense. It makes zero sense. It'll like just widen out, but like then I put a red dot on, and I shoot the person from the same distance, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what? The?
Yeah.
And I started noticing people were all using red dots and holographics as opposed to like 3 times, 4 times, and just wrecking people across the map. I'm like, for some reason, there's this mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause all of a sudden, the closer you can see the person, then your sprays are going everywhere. And then the
Yeah.
further out you get, though,
They're
all of
like
a sudden it's
pinpoint.
Yeah, it's
And
like
you're
right
so
on
it's,
it. Like
it's
Yeah.
this weird, like they haven't, I don't know, but that's what I'm using. So I'm playing that a lot. What else did I play?
Star Wars.
No. Thanks for bringing that
Just-
one. Let's get into this
Well,
week
well
in
done.
gaming news. In a world of darkness, doom, gloom,
Did we already talk about the double-sided lightsaber?
we can't go back now. We've already
Yeah,
gone.
we're already
we're
tweaking.
already gone forward. You had your time. Once again, in a world of darkness, doom, gloom, where you turn on the news and everything is just depressing.
Sometimes you just gotta go fast.
So stupid. Finally, there's a win for the good guys. A win for the little guys.
You mean the cyberbullies?
A win. I mean, I guess you could call it cyberbullying. Damn it. Gamers got to win. When everybody's trying to tell them gaming is horrible, gaming will bring you nothing. It's going to rot your brain. Well, guess what? We put together our one voice, and we made a change. Take that, politicians.
Ha!
Sonic
Something you don't do.
A coalition of
is
rings.
done correctly, finally. You can see it behind us. I don't know if you guys saw the original one, but it looked like straight booty.
It was pretty bad. It was pretty
was
rough.
so bad the way he looked. And this, now I'm excited. I'm like, holy crap, there's
Yeah,
Sonic. There's
yeah.
Sonic on the
That's
screen.
Sonic, yeah, exactly.
Like, everything from him, his facial expressions to just, they actually redesigned his entire being, basically.
Yeah.
And now I'm excited to watch this. Now it looks like it's actually Sonic. I don't know if you guys saw the memes.
Yeah.
You see the meme where it has
The
him?
old Sonic and then the new Sonic, yeah.
No,
Oh.
but it had one where it's him, and then Detective Pikachu,
Oh.
and it's side by side. It
The-
said finally the Super Smash Bros.
Super Smash
cinematic
Bros.
universe
Yeah,
is coming to
yeah,
life.
I did see that one, yeah. That's cool.
It looks pretty. Now I'm excited to see it. Jude was already excited to see it. He wanted to see it, but now I'm excited to go see it. with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, for sure.
So that was that.
I'm sure all the designers like, really, to do everything over again? Crap.
Well, this is why you don't like. I understand. Like, okay,
Get it right, though, man.
like
I'm telling you,
X-Men,
people.
they changed the uniforms a little bit. You know, they're not like vibrant. They made them dark, and you know, you can change the uniforms. You know, for certain superheroes.
What I'm saying is
Yeah,
they
But
already
you don't
did-
change the like.
Yeah.
You're saying they had already done it all
They
for
already,
that.
they already
Yeah.
did everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
now we have to do
this
it
is
all.
the kind of crap that people will actually go see your film for now.
Yeah.
Because they'll be like, sweet,
This is
now
why
I
you
want to go
don't
see
screw.
this because now this looks
Speaking
cool.
of screw ups, Mass Effect Andromeda was like the bane of Mass Effect, right? Like everybody got that game,
It was
and
more
then
like the laughing stock.
everybody said Mass Effect is done. It was so glitchy, so bad. Everybody like everybody's kind of excited. Everybody's actually really excited for it. They're like, well, I guess that's the quality we're getting now. And everybody kind of thought it was gonna just go by the wayside after that because
The backlash was real.
the backlash was real.
Even with the update.
Yeah,
on the-
even with the update. Apparently, BioWare said that they teased that they are going to be making more Mass Effect games.
I mean, the IP as a whole is not a bad IP. They just got
It's a great
to
IP.
do well next time.
Yeah,
Just
this
put-
was just
you
like
just put out you accidentally put out a Halo Reach. Move on. Make something better.
Yeah, it's been done.
Halo Reach is way more playable than this game. Let me tell you,
I'm going to take your opinion. I never played them, so.
it's like they put out a Cars 2. That's gonna fall flat here. It's like they put out a
Was Cars 2 bad? I thought I liked them all. I'm trying to remember.
I've never seen any
Cars 2 was absolutely.
It's been like so
horrible
long
and
since
made
I've
no
seen
sense.
Cars 2. Yeah, I don't, which one was Cars 2? What was that one?
There was like
I'm
these
sure I
race
remember it
cars
once
in
you.
it,
Yeah, shut up. Go away.
made by Pixar.
Okay, I thought we were talking Cars 2 now. I didn't mean to, but here we go. Cars 2 is the
Well,
worst
give me the-
2
Give me the storyline.
in a trilogy.
Oh,
of
is that the one where
anything,
they go to?
Because somehow it goes from racing to Mater bumps into
This is a secret agent
Michael
one.
Caine and becomes a secret. He becomes an
Yes,
American
that's
secret
right.
agent,
That's
and Michael
right.
Caine is like
I remember
the
now.
James Bond of that world. And then he thinks that he mistakes him. Which Michael Caine is not that stupid. Mistakes him for being the American secret agent,
Yeah.
and then Mater gets like this computer system, and he can shoot rockets and camouflage and disguise himself and fly around and saves the queen from an explosion. And then even at the end, the way it ends is he doesn't want to be a secret agent more, wants to go back to his normal life, but it ends with him realizing he still has a computer system and his rocket thrusters, and he can fly.
And he
So it
still ends
with
up
him
being
going,
a secret agent. Like, yeah, like, it's
And-
like,
and
doesn't he get a
flying away,
call at the end where he's
and
like, gotta go?
Everybody's like, what just
Yeah.
happened? Cars 3 doesn't mention any of that. Cars 3 goes back to the racing and what it was supposed to be about, and it's actually a really, really good movie. And Mater doesn't have any superpowers. It was
That's the
like,
recent one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was
And,
really
like,
good. That was really, really
Cars
good.
2 was like
They made a
this.
third one.
Oh yeah, it was
It's
really good.
really good.
It's really good.
Cars 2, it never happened. It was like that, and I feel like that's what Andromeda is going to be. Andromeda is going to be like,
And there's the tie-in.
That didn't happen.
Yeah.
That's the Mass Effect 4. Wasn't that Andromeda? We don't talk about Andromeda. So
It's the version 4 of D&D.
yes, basically. Well, that's the thing, says guys. All the Cars films sucked. You suck.
What? How
You
dare
suck.
you?
This is the CMG video game podcast.
No,
by the way.
this is now the Cars podcast.
Claw says, just say The Hobbit to The Lord of the Rings.
Let's calm down there, buddy.
Hobbit
Let's
3?
calm down there a
Can we
little
go
bit.
Hobbit 3?
Hobbit wasn't half bad. I liked it.
Somebody said, Claw says Star Trek 4 to 2.
Wow.
Like the Star Trek 4 to the Star Trek 2.
Yeah.
Well, this thing says Star Trek 4 was not bad. Star Trek 5 was the worst POS in existence. Before was great. We can say it's Star Trek 5. We'll say it's Star Trek 5. That's a really good one. Everybody can get behind that, right? Star Trek 5 sucked.
I will take your word for it. I know I watched them, but God, for the
Well,
life
they're
of me,
making
if I can
another one.
remember
Are you guys
all-
excited?
Another Star Trek?
No, Mass Effect.
Oh, okay.
Keep
I was
up.
like,
Keep
what?
up. Here we go. Mass Effect.
Well, okay. First off, Claude,
Sure.
you go screw
Whoa,
yourself.
what happened?
Oh, I think I got salty. What happened? I want to know.
I want to know.
He says, "Well, all of Star Trek sucks."
What? Where's the admin ban? Where's that admin
Yeah,
ban
where
button?
is that?
Yeah,
Hold on,
yeah.
let me-
Kick him. Kick him.
Don't actually kick him out.
How dare you?
Claw.
Just don't even justify it.
I'm not even,
Just-
I'm not even.
Just don't even justify.
Yeah.
He doesn't deserve it. Like he doesn't deserve the response. Just move on.
Yep. Next thing.
There's so many, like, all these insults are flying through my head that are getting worse and worse, and I'm like, nope, I'm just gonna.
This is going to be that
he's a
comment
patak.
that you're going to be arguing about with yourself in the shower still. You're going to be having arguments with Claw in the shower. It's my favorite time.
Star Trek was an excellent franchise.
Was it still is?
Wives, what the hell was it? Leave me alone. It's my shower time.
Anyways, next thing.
Yeah, I'm going to take your word for it on the Andromeda. I didn't play any of them. I probably never will. So
I have it. Still sealed.
Because
I
of
heard-
that much backlash.
I heard all the backlash. I'm like,
So I'm not even going to try it for myself.
Mass Effect 1 through 3. Mass Effect 1 and 2, amazing. 3. Andromeda, nobody wants to talk about the game anymore, so we're going to move on.
I'll probably at some
Hopefully-
point 10 years from now maybe
We'll see
open it
what
up.
No,
the
you're
POS
not.
is.
Shut up.
You'll just be getting to Star Wars at that point.
I hope that they bring back the love I had for that game in Mass Effect 1 and 2. If they can come back and boom.
Well, 1 and 2 had like a lot of Star Trek star power behind it as well. So it was kind of a cool, like, ooh.
It's not even that. It was just like the mechanics,
the mechanics.
game, the story.
Like they cared more about the story, and it just
You used to care
You used to care.
Um,
Moving on. I'll say has deemed it.
moving on.
I have spoken.
Rare. You
so
know
do you know that
who-
Rare makes Sea of Thieves? Really good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I was
cool.
gonna ask if you were a fan of Rare.
Yeah,
I'd say, but you went there already.
What is this?
Rare, the makers of Sea of Thieves, and a bunch of other freaking games. If you don't know who
Looks
Rare
like the
is,
trailer for No
you
Man's
probably
Banjo-Kazooie,
don't like video games. Yeah,
Perfect Dark.
Banjo Kazooie, like Rare's Rare, right? Like everybody knows who they are. Right now they're working. Obviously, they're keeping up Sea of Thieves, right?
Yep.
Going hard at that. I'm trying to think. Was there another game that they have out right now?
Oh, what the? That was cool.
Oh, they're working on the Battletoads game that they announced, which I'm excited for because I love Battletoads. But they just announced another game at XO19. What I should have started off with is this is going to be the whole XO19 section, which is the Xbox convention that just happened, or conference that just happened in London.
That was the reference.
Yes.
I didn't understand it in the chat
Yes.
last night.
So
I was like, all right, XO19.
this is their new game, Everwild. And Michael, you might have to move a little bit out of the way. It seems like you're
have
going.
antlers.
Yeah, looks like you're playing kind of like this druid character, and it's very like artistic, beautiful.
It's like they took because a lot of the same from what I'm seeing here, it's the same kind of
You're good.
art style of like Sea of Thieves, and then mashed up with
Journey to me.
Okami.
Okay, we can go with that too.
No.
It's going to come to Game Pass, which is great. So we all get it for free, quote unquote, because we are paying for the subscription.
Well, some of us are.
They're saying
I thought you got rid of
basically
Game Pass.
here's
No, I'm paying for it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I got it because it came with the subscription. That's how I was able to play Gears and all that stuff.
It says, here's from Microsoft. It said the Everwild team is focused on building an experience that allows for new ways to play in a natural and magical world. Everwild gives you memorable, engaging, and meaningful experiences for players everywhere to share. So there's not much about this yet because this was the announcement trailer. So
Yeah.
I keep pointing this way because I see it this way, guys. It's actually this way, behind us. It looks very interesting. The creativity of these creatures that are creatures that look like things you know but different. Like this right here. The
creatures have like a Studio Ghibli kind of like
yeah,
feel.
where it's
Like,
it's familiar but it's
a little bit off.
different, a little bit off.
A spin to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that saber tooth looked like a saber tooth tiger, but it had these like what looked like these like floppy glands coming down from not sharp teeth and like
The deer that had the antlers
Yeah,
that
with
furrowed
the-
out into like flowers, or whatever.
It's,
Yeah.
it's a very cool creative world that
Princess Mononoke-ish.
yes,
Yeah, for sure.
that we know nothing about.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So
But-
what is it? Just an exploration type game, or what are you doing? Like, do you know? Like,
We don't know much. They're not
Okay.
going to tell us much
Huh.
yet, but this is the announcement trailer. All they said, they're trying to give you this experience, like what I had read to you guys.
nice. All right, that's cool. I mean, it looks great.
It looks
but
very cool, and
Just
if
wondering
we
what you're supposed to do.
if we know Rare, we know they put out pretty dang good games. So I'm excited to see what it is, what we do in it.
Nice. That's cool.
What is the? Well, that's the thing.
That's a long read. For
I'll read it. Well, that's the thing, said Claw.
Oh boy.
I started mending this bridge with you over Pokemon Shield. However, after what you just said about Star Trek, I hope you have a son,
What? No.
beautiful baby boy, and that he is a star athlete, and that he has his legs taken from him. I hope you
Why?
feel that
My
pain.
God, Joseph. Jesus. Wow. That was brutal.
Oh.
Thank you, Jesus.
We have a varied viewership here.
The chat is brutal. Enter at your own risk.
Joke.
So that game was announced at XO 19.
Yep.
Looks pretty cool.
Yeah. It's definitely like, for sure, a me and a Zonner game,
Yeah.
and I'm sure that you guys will probably try it as well.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say,
right,
like,
it's
it
on-
looks like
yeah.
something that would be fun. I just want to know what I'm supposed to be doing. I want to know what I'm getting into, and obviously more will come out as it gets closer to it and stuff. I just want to know what
They
we're
didn't,
doing.
they didn't have a release date, right? It's just they just
No,
announced it.
just that they announced
Okay.
it.
Because I mean, like, I enjoyed, No Man's Sky, which was essentially just all exploration. So if this is gonna be an exploration type of game where you're just discovering this beautiful world, then I'm fine with that. Like, I don't mind those types of
I
games.
imagine there's a story.
long
I
as
imagine there's
yeah.
going to be.
Right.
Oh, and Welp, as the thing says, that's a Talladega Nights reference, to be clear. I've never seen it, so I didn't know.
Also, he meant it.
Wow. I saw that movie, but I don't remember that one. I
Um,
believe you. It sounds like something from there. Also, he meant it.
Also, he meant, yeah. So it looks cool. No, that's a game to be looking forward to.
Yeah, looks pretty sick.
Beyond that, another game that was announced. There's a lot of good games announced in this. Obsidian, makers of The Outer Worlds, that game that just came out on Game Pass, announced Grounded. This is the game behind us right now. You can see it's a survival style game, cooperative, and it's basically Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah, what I'm seeing right
Huh.
now.
Without being called Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, like how
All
Heroes
right.
was X-Men,
right.
but not
All right.
called X-Men.
All right.
It's you are.
Do I get
looks
to
like
befriend an ant? that
You
gets killed
well,
later on?
if you watch this trailer, it looks like the ants are pretty much against you, and it's really cool animation style. It's a little similar to the last one, a little more painted.
Yeah.
There's more of a telltale look.
Telltale look. You go through by yourself or with friends, and you look like in your front yard or neighbors' yards.
Actually looks kind of fun.
And yeah, you fight ants, you survive. It's got a little bit of a Fortnite
Fortnite building aspect to
mechanic
it,
right
yeah.
there. Looked like he had a slug on a spit, I think. Maybe you have to eat, hunt.
So did they say how this happened to them? Did they have like an actual particle beam that shrinks them down or something? Or is this like a...
So you have an invasion of ants. Yeah, okay. All right. Go big or never go home.
Let me see if they say how it happened.
That actually looks kind of fun. I think I could. That would be a fun little like
Okay.
game
okay.
night, get together, hang out, game kind
If
of
this
game.
isn't a ripoff, I don't know what is. Apparently, this is from GameSpot's article. You play as 4 teenagers in 1990, all of whom are shrunk down to mere millimeters as part of some kind of experiment.
Oh
Did
yeah,
their father...
yeah.
make
They
this-
ripped
Yeah.
it. They ripped
Is
it
there
hard.
this guy with glasses and this weird helmet?
They ripped
Let's
it
get-
hard.
This is like when the developers of Friday the 13th, before it was Friday the 13th, made the game with Jason in it, and then they got the rights to be called Friday the 13th. This is like that game, but they never got the rights.
They ripped it. I don't care. It looks fun.
It does look really fun though.
Yeah.
It looks cool. Like this would be a fun.
Yeah.
Like this is an exploration survival game we could all play together.
Get together,
and,
hang out one night,
you know,
and play it and stuff. Yeah.
Try to fight ants. Actually, at the end of this, I want to make sure.
With the ant
It's already
invasion.
through.
No, right here. Wait, nope, not this part. The end of this trailer is really scary, and
It has a spider.
yeah, there's a big tarantula that
Oh hell no!
comes out of nowhere. So I'm gonna try to play this game
Boo-boo.
with Eddie because that would be fun. He's definitely afraid of
Does
spiders.
Eddie play video games outside of sports games?
No, not really.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Well, that's the thing. Says I can't wait for this game to fail and then become a battle royale game. That's what Fortnite was.
Hey. So here's all the ants, and then
Yeah. Go big or never go home. Wait for it. Here we go. Wait. Darkness.
oh no, ma'am! No, nope,
Yeah.
nope.
It's like the
We're gonna fight a
scene in,
tarantula.
What is it called?
Grounded.
Grounded.
Like, you know, like you're.
I left my glasses at home. I can't see.
Oh. So that's another game that was announced. There's a lot of things that were announced at XO19, which is actually pretty cool. Halo Reach.
You skipped one.
Are you sure? Dang it. Just closed it too. Well, I know what it is. Sorry. Raw Fury announced a game. It is a twin stick shooter, and it's called West of Dead.
Oh, another twin stick shooter. Gosh dang it.
I love twin stick shooters. Do you like them?
Not really.
Oh, I think they're a lot of fun.
I think my expression was pretty much spot on with my.
I thought
feeling.
you meant more like, dang it, like you had to go get it now.
No,
Sorry.
no.
I'm
Gosh,
gonna
no.
ask the dumb question. What the hell is a twin stick shooter?
One stick is for moving. One stick is
For shooting. Remember
shooting and firing.
Remember the game
It's
that
a
we played?
top-down view.
The zombie one that we played together?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, all right. Yes, I
was that
I
game
didn't know that
called?
had a name for it. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
I don't know.
I got it.
There's a few games. There's a lot of games that are out.
Yeah, there's
like
a lot
that.
of games. Like what was that? What was that game that first came out with the very first PlayStation? That or not the very first PlayStation.
Like
when PlayStation 4 came out, that
Resogun, Housemark. It's Housemark makes all those style of games. It's the
Resogun was like the only
Resogun,
game
yeah, there we
yeah,
go,
yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
said that.
because it was cool and it's very.
and the graphics were
Yeah.
freaking beautiful in it,
Yeah.
and it was super fun, and you could play a game for hours. At least I did. So, but
What's
yeah.
the other
Like
one they
Galaxy
made? Oh,
Wars.
Dead Nation.
Dead
that was the
Nation.
one we had a
Yeah.
lot of fun. That's when we played the zombie.
Geometry Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twin stick
Geometry
shooters.
Wars was legit. That
Yeah.
was a fun game.
Twin stick shooter fun. This one is a very different. It's a western. It takes place, I think, in Wyoming.
That's important.
Purgatory, Wyoming, or something. Yes, in 1888, and it is.
Why is
he looks like Ghost Rider.
yeah? Why is
basically.
Ghost Rider in this?
I mean, Ghost Rider doesn't have the exclusivity to flaming skeleton
skulls.
head.
Yeah.
But it looks a little cool. It actually
Yeah,
looks like it
that's
has
pretty
some
cool.
cool mechanics like dodging, sliding, cover mechanics versus your typical twin stick shooter, which is walk around,
It's just move around
find
and-
cover
yeah,
by
yeah.
like getting behind things.
Right.
It also seems like if you have the audio, which we don't have it on right now.
No.
There's a it talks about how he can just regenerate. That's his whole thing. Like he just, even if you kill him, he comes back. So you'll see him at one point, just like come back into the fray. It looks pretty fun. Like I like the ability of like
The art style looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
the
I was
art
just gonna
style is
say, I
very
like
cool.
the, like comic booky,
Yeah, they called it painted style, where
Dark
it's like
Horse type stuff. It's cool.
yeah. But it is very. I like them just by the looks. I could play it and it could be really clunky and who cares. But by the looks of it, I like the being able to jump over things, duck behind them, dodge,
Dip,
Yeah, for sure.
dive.
Dip,
dive, the
dodge.
5 Ds of dodgeball.
Yeah.
So there's another one to look forward to. And I don't know if they said when it comes out.
I'm sure a lot of these are. Gonna be
Yeah, a
like-
lot of them are. These are all announcement trailers. So, so far, going pretty strong. I'm actually interested in all these games.
Yeah.
So not a bad showing
Solid
out of
3 for 3?
EXO
4 for 4?
19
Yeah.
for.
I feel like this is some sort of build-up or segue.
And here
I
we are.
wasn't.
Back to the crush.
But-
areas.
If you meant that I'm showing you really good games to let you down at the end with a game that most people don't really like, but we're going to tell you you get to have it anyways, type of transition, then you're probably right. Because guess what, everyone? You
come
can have
on.
Halo Reach again.
Woo!
Now, to be fair,
The game sucked.
it wasn't horrible.
I liked it.
The multiplayer was fun.
The multiplayer was okay.
I
It was
liked the story.
it was
I
decent.
thought
The
it was pretty
story
cool.
sucked
I liked it.
so badly. Gosh.
Oh, real quick, Klaus says in the chat, some little news to attach to the new Obsidian game. It wasn't the game that Microsoft saw that caused Microsoft to buy them.
Oh,
Well, I'm guessing, yeah.
that means there's another
Yeah.
big game coming out.
What are they coming out with? Just like a remastered
Well,
version
'cause-
of Reach or something, or what?
No, Obsidian's known for like doing RPG style games, like
I moved on. I was talking about this one.
this
Yeah.
oh.
I said, what is this? Just like what are they coming out with a remastered version of it or something?
Yep.
Or?
This is going to be basically it's coming to the Master Chief Collection.
Oh,
So if you have the Master Chief Collection, which if you have Game Pass, you do.
it's actually not bad for the people who wanted to play it.
So it's great because I don't have to pay for it.
Exactly.
Because I won it. And they're basically adding it, and it's in 4K. It'll be on PC and Xbox One. You can
Nice.
play through the whole game again, or just play the multiplayer. I did like the multiplayer to an extent. I like the different things they added, the the jump pack abilities, and the different things. What I hated about it was that it was a prequel, yet it was way more advanced than
Yeah.
than
all
the
the technology go?
than 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Like that
Unfortunate-
part bugged me.
Unfortunately, that is the nature of all cinematic universes. Like, the more the cinematic universe starts to grow, the more advanced shit gets because they start doing more
As
cool
the technology,
stuff.
Yeah.
As the technology is supposed to be older, and it happens in everything. You see
Okay,
it in,
yeah, but jetpacks have been around for forever.
I
That's like
agree.
not
I'm not-
something. That's something you could have put in from the beginning.
Oh no,
Like,
I agree, but you
that's
see that
not-
all the time. You see it in Harry Potter. You see it in Star Wars. Like you see it like
You see
it in every
things that are
universe.
cool.
Like,
Yes,
yeah,
but
it's just a thing that happens.
these were basic abilities that they could have put in from it didn't make sense to. It made
Tech-wise,
sense
though,
to add
no,
those.
Tech-wise, like developing the game, tech-wise, it makes sense. The technology to code that stuff and add that.
Also, the thought may just
Yes.
not have existed at that point.
Yeah.
Like, they may just
That's
not
my-
have thought about.
So that's my issue. Why
jetpacks at
wouldn't
the
you just
beginning.
add that into like the Halo 4
Yeah.
versus in the prequel? That's just my
Yeah.
my one of my pet peeves about that game. Also, the fact that the story was not as cinematic as they thought. They really were trying to make you feel for these things, but everything happened so quickly. It was kind of like they didn't. There's no build up. I don't think it felt unfinished, like they were rushed. And then when Bungie left, you found out they were rushed in this game, and that's why they brought in 343. And they wanted another year on this game, and they didn't have it.
Yeah.
So when I played through the story, I felt that, and then was justified in my feelings because of how it was. So, but some people really do like it.
I liked it.
Not to say it's a horrible game and you should never play it.
Yeah, I felt for it at the end, but I also didn't know that the game was being rushed, so maybe that knowledge didn't really affect me the way it.
I didn't know when I was playing it. It just felt rushed. I'm like, this game just feels like.
Yeah.
As opposed to the other ones that really take time to
Immersive
develop
and-
and immerse you into it. I felt like, here we go, push, 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 push. Game's over.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah,
Um,
I feel you.
but it's coming to Xbox One and PC via the Game Pass, or if you just want to go by Master Chief Collection. And that's the thing. So, guys, we are spending too long on Halo Reach. It's the Halo. It's to the Halo universe what Cars is to Pixar. Let's move on.
Cars 2. I
Cars
corrected
2.
that. Corrected
He
that
meant
for you, Cars
to
2.
put Cars 2
Yeah,
at
I
the
meant to
end.
put
He
it.
just
It
missed
was
it.
one number he missed.
One
so, yeah.
number. Life is Strange developers, Don't Nod Entertainment, announced a new game. If you don't know what Life is Strange is, it's that episodic, usually 3 episodes.
It was a bit more than that, but yeah, it was I played a little bit of it. It was pretty interesting. You're basically playing as a girl that goes to a school, university, and you get these powers where you can like reverse time and try to figure things out what's going on in the school.
It's very story driven.
Yeah.
A very story driven game. And they announced a new game. It's the first game where you play as a transgender protagonist.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're very much into that.
They're
same,
very like a progressive company kind of place. These are identical twin sisters. You're going to be able to play as both of them that share this kind of like link. We'll go as far as say maybe psychic connection.
Right.
One of them is now a transgender male.
Oh, okay.
And that's the main person that, from what you can kind of tell from the trailer, maybe watched his mom shoot herself.
Right.
And like, yeah, you see right there, you can see that he walked in, but he never knows why this happened. And he's trying to get down to the bottom. It looks like there's more story to this than just somebody doing this.
It was kind of similar to Life is Strange as well. You're trying to figure out what.
It's a mystery story game.
That's kind of cool.
So you're going to play through this, and you're actually going to split your time playing as both characters, but the main protagonist is that one. Very interesting. And as opposed to the other games that Don't Nod Entertainment does, where they release it episodically over time. You get one this month. 6 months later, they're gonna give you the second one, whatever.
Like we're all in one go.
Yeah, all 3 episodes are being released at the beginning, so you can binge it like it's a Netflix show. So, very interesting. It's one that
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, it's very interesting. There's all the games so far, minus Halo Reach.
I was
I'm
gonna say,
actually
you sandwiched that bad one in between a bunch of really good ones.
I gave you that bad news and mix amongst all the good news. That's how you do it. That's
you had some good Thanksgiving dinner. You ate your peas real fast, and now we're going straight back to the ham.
That's that bad news sandwich. That's called being a pro, a veteran of the outlining here. So another game to look forward to. Also, Bleeding Edge. We talked about this game on the podcast a while ago. It's the one with all the crazy characters that you can see behind us. That's like a shooter that's kind of supposed to be like an Overwatch.
Oh, yeah, that's funky looking.
I'm trying to remember who. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. This is Ninja Theory's new game. Also published by Xbox
Like
Studios.
Borderlands kind of feel
Yeah,
to
kind
it.
of Borderlands, kind of. What's that one?
It's like Borderlands art style and feel.
What's that one game? Claw, I'm sure you know what it is. It's the one with the kind of cheerleader biker chick with a. Isn't there one where she's like? Forget what game it is.
Cheerleader biker chick.
Kind of not really biker, but she.
Sure, that's not the one that's on here.
Twisted Metal.
No.
But basically, it's supposed to be. The arena style is kind of like your old school arena shooter, but they're comparing it a lot to feel of like a MOBA, like Smite or League of Legends, where it's got kind of that feel, and every character is vastly different. Where they don't kind of play similarly like in Overwatch, where they kind of have it's over, it's done,
like a gradient of like.
Yeah. Vastly different.
Not
and
arms.
if you don't know who Ninja Theory is, by the way, they did Hellblade, the new Devil May Cry. So they're Heavenly Sword, if you remember that game from PS3.
That was a fun game. That was
yeah.
basically the female God of War.
Yeah.
I remember. I never played it, but I remember hearing about it.
Yeah. They make really detailed, ornate
Yeah, I think
games.
I think that's something close to it.
Oh, Lollipop Chainsaw.
Yeah.
I remember us talking about that.
Sounds vaguely
Like,
familiar.
but so it got a release date, first of all, which is good and what's funny is the release date actually leaked beforehand, so they were like before XO, so they're like, dang it, but it came out, and it was actually one of those leaks that was correct. It's coming out March 24th. This This is a very, very interesting game. I really like there's an old grandma witch lady. Like,
Baba Yaga.
yeah, basically Baba
Baba lasagna.
Baba lasagna. This is a game I actually am excited about. This looks like it's going to be a really cool multiplayer style game that
And all these are coming out for free on Game Pass.
this one, well, it is an Xbox published game, so I'm sure it will be on
So-
Game Pass.
It's not a MOBA, but,
But it feels like
does it have that?
it has MOBA tendencies.
Is it like Paragon where
but
it had that
it's-
like?
but it is
Rest in
a
peace.
shooter.
right, but it's
It is,
yeah,
but it's
but it's MOBA
with
in
your
the sense
same
that it's got that MOBA feel where everybody's abilities and things are drastically different from
Yes,
each other and stuff.
but
yeah. I see what you're
it's
saying now.
a
Yeah, I gotcha.
shooter where you're like playing Overwatch for team deathmatch,
Right, yeah.
or territories, or different things like
Right.
that.
Interesting.
Where they're kind of merging the two worlds.
Yeah, that's pretty
I
cool.
guess we'll see when they actually show us like a gameplay trailer, not just a cinematic thing.
Right,
here.
right,
Yeah.
right. That's pretty cool.
But this is one that I'm actually kind of excited about. And
For
I
me,
guess they
it's-
call
for me,
each
it's
one a
between-
brawler.
Is between this and was it Everwild?
Oh, as the two games that you're most excited about out of this?
Yeah.
Um,
And maybe tell me why.
maybe this and Grounded for me
What was it grounded again?
is the Honey I
Honey, I
Shrunk the
Shrunk the
Kids.
Kids.
I think for me it's probably grounded, and this one maybe, but I'm really interested in that mystery story one.
Tell me why. Yeah, that
Yeah.
one is.
Yeah, I'm
that
really
one's-
interested in that one. That one sounds pretty cool. That's like right up my alley. I like those types of games.
So we can look forward to that. It's the only one that I think we got a release date for, March 2020. So
Oh, not that far out.
not that about 5 months away.
Yeah, not bad at all in the world of games.
Yep. Something to look forward to. They also announced that they're adding 50 more games to Project Cloud. If you don't know what Project Cloud is, it's basically their answer to Google Stadia. Or is it Google Stadia is their answer? No, it's the other way. It's their answer to Google Stadia.
Yeah.
Right now it's in preview mode. You can try to get into they're saying preview, we'll say beta. You can get into the beta basically.
Yeah.
And they're selecting people slowly over time to get them on there. The whole point is streaming games, not just like streaming games mobily, where you can play it on your phone. Like the actual game that you were playing, that you could play on your Xbox or your PC. The same thing Google Stadia is trying to do, or is saying they can do, or on your tablet, and you can hook up a Bluetooth controller, whatever. Basically, be able to play anywhere games that you own already on your Xbox or PC, or if you want to just have this service, you can purchase games on that, like Google Stadia. They added 50 new games, which includes games like Tekken 7, Devil May Cry 5, Madden 20. There was another one.
At least 47 more.
Yeah. Oh, WWE 2K20, which I hear That's the Thing loves. I think he actually said it's his favorite game.
And I tried
thus
warning
far.
him about that.
Which one is it?
So I heard a lot of
W
bad things.
WE
I think I did.
That makes
2K20.
sense. That makes sense. You would love that game.
That's the thing. But this is about Bleeding Edge. It says it looks like one of those games that everyone's gonna cosplay, but
yeah.
the game itself isn't going to be that great. But the Tumblr rights are going to try and convince everyone it's good. No, that was called.
You're right about the cosplaying. They'll cosplay the crap out of that.
Yes.
They're talking about. She's talking.
Yeah,
about
yeah,
the-
yeah.
the
Yeah,
lollipop
but
thing.
that game was called. What was the game we talked about last week? Made by
There's a few.
Gearbox. That we played the alpha, the beta, and everything sucked. Not blood.
Oh, Bloodborne.
Wasn't Bloodborne.
I'm not not Bloodborne.
Yep, you know what I'm talking about.
Great.
Gotta figure it out.
Great.
Battlestar. No.
Battlestar Galactica.
Battleborn.
Battleborn. I was close.
That is
Oh.
a game that people are gonna. Also in. I allowed that one to go through. I can't say what That's a Thing said to me, with regard to him loving that game, but I can tell you it was full of positivity,
Oh yeah,
flowers,
yeah,
and
for sure.
joy. He
That's,
wanted to reiterate to the
that's his
entire
MO.
world in that message that he does, in fact, love WWE
Yeah.
2K20,
Yep.
the
Sounds
game
about
that he
right.
pre-ordered
You can always
months
cancel a
ago.
pre-order.
Hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah.
And Rob Dog's in the chat.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How much NyQuil are you on right now, buddy?
He's playing that
So
Jedi right now.
looks like we're getting close.
What about
This
that orange
could
crystal?
mean, everyone, that maybe we're wrong on the streaming games. Maybe it's going to work flawlessly.
Hey, no.
No, you don't get a
There was
switch.
a big maybe.
You don't
There's
get
no,
a switch
There's
now.
no victory lap for you.
You don't get switched now. You were on our side the whole time.
I was trying to defend it.
Were you really?
We all defended the possibility, but we all said we don't see the technology
I'm
being
gonna
there.
make a
No victory. Yeah,
Yeah,
go
but-
back. Go back.
I'm gonna make
You
a
go back.
video, like montage.
You go back. Yep, so will I. I'm going to go back and see every time you said I just don't see
I'm
it
still
being a
waiting for my-
possibility.
I'm still
You don't get
waiting-
a victory lap until it works.
No, but I don't. And when I say flawlessly, I mean I want to see it working. I think it's going to be, yeah.
I'll bring
Anyways,
my
so that-
backers kit just to show you guys.
That
Well, look,
happened.
we know you bought into it. Look.
What do you guys say we get into the nitty gritty?
We're getting through this podcast quick today.
I'm trying. We've
That's
got
all
a
right.
birthday party to
Yeah,
get to for
my
this guy's
son's-
son.
My son's got a birthday today. My wife will be very happy.
He's still
with
got to
me
go to Costco.
if I can get.
What do you got to
back
go to Costco for, by the way?
Everything.
5 large pizzas,
5 large pizzas.
and cake, and stuff for goodie bags.
You should have said 4 large pizzas, so when only 4 show up, it makes sense.
Huh?
You know you're going to eat one of those pizzas on the way there.
Oh. yeah, probably true. Yeah, my wife would be happy if I got back in the area sooner. So,
Claw says booze for Matt. You're going to get me booze? Sweet.
booze, heck yeah, man.
B-O-O-Z-E. I'm not misreading that.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Woohoo!
Robert's part of the Old Man podcast.
Yes, Old Man Podcast. Cannot
Cue
wait.
it up, Robert. Cue it up, buddy.
Nitty Gritty. This is where we
Play
break
with
down a
single
topic
joystick.
and really look
One
at
button.
One button, single joystick.
triggers. We didn't have that till I was a grown man.
We had an antenna hookup, and we were grateful.
Nitty Gritty. This is where we
Clunk,
break down one.
Clunk,
click, click, click,
clunk,
click,
clunk,
click, click,
clunk,
click.
clunk.
Changing the channels. Back when you put your TV to channel 3 to play
or
video
4.
games.
Or 4, sometimes
Yeah.
4, yeah, sometimes 4.
And then they came out with auxiliary. Like, what's that? It's channel 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, sweet.
Because back then it was really just,
Yeah.
they just changed the name to auxiliary. And then it actually became a different source. Like, it became, yeah.
Then we had yellow component cables.
Ooh.
And then
buddy.
S-video.
S-video. Getting spicy up in here. You're
I think
excused.
they even heard that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I even tried to
The nitty gritty is where we break down a topic and really talk about, because it's usually more like on the, we'll say, philosophical level, and sometimes it's controversial,
Or just talking about technology. in
or
general.
technology. It usually has something that's a little more progressive than the other ones that we've been talking about, and so we kind of try to dive deep into it. And sometimes we do a horrible job of that, and it lasts 5 minutes. We go, well, that should not have been the nitty gritty.
Yep.
But
Happened a few times.
this one is interesting. This one we're talking about the Death Stranding multiplayer.
What?
Now, I wasn't there for the outline, so I'm very confused right now.
Okay.
It's like there's a multiplayer for this game?
Yes.
This doesn't
And
seem like
the
the type of game to have a multiplayer.
It was said that there's going to be multiplayer on this, and we even talked
Because
about
I thought
it one
it was
time.
supposed to be like the No Man's Sky, kind of like your like.
Yeah, we'll talk. So there was not much about this until it was pretty much released, and everybody's playing it and finding out what it is. It is kind of like what the No Man's Sky
It was like the old.
was supposed to be.
Well, because originally when No Man's Sky came out, there was no multiplayer.
Right.
They said there was going to be, and then they added multiplayer, kind of like the old Fable, like sprites.
Yeah.
Save
As-
that for the claw up. That's the thing.
But yeah, it was like like in the background multiplayer, like you know that somebody's there, but they're not really
Right.
messing with your world all that much.
Right.
So
Right.
that's what everybody kind of thought. It was going to be more like the Fably, No Man's Sky. You can see, oh, somebody named this already.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Wrong. You can play this in offline mode. This is Kojima's wacky brain finding a way to make this game single player, but still also
Are you the enemies or something?
completely multiplayer, but also not multiplayer. It's weird. The game, as you know it, is you are a porter. You are somebody that is going around and delivering items.
Yeah.
Eventually, a little baby.
Babies. Yeah.
Babby.
No, well. That
No
base
spoilers. Maybe it was there from the beginning. Who knows? But I haven't played it.
Okay.
The interesting thing about this, and it's very like, remember how we were talking about where multiplayer could go, and you were saying maybe it's the really big game. This might be it. As you go through the game, and there's things that are challenging and different things, like you have to deliver this to that point, and it's up a mountain. As people do different things in the game, if you put it on online mode and you're in the same server or whatever, it randomly pulls things that people have done from their game to help them and puts it in your game.
Huh.
And you'll see it. If they, at the top of it, and they do it on purpose to help other people make it easier, if they at the top of a mountain put a ladder down it,
Right.
so you didn't have to do this treacherous climb,
then you can use that.
it'll randomly pull it and it's there. You're not interacting with anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
You never see them, but it acts as if, because this world is full of porters,
Yeah.
full of people trying to deliver packages and messages and different things, it acts as if when you're playing the game, it still feels single player.
Yeah.
Like these were NPCs doing this.
Right. Right.
Because it actually kind of is.
But it's got a community building. Kind
It's
of
a
aspect
community
to it.
building aspect
But
where,
not too crazy where it's like you're littered with ladders everywhere.
Right.
yeah,
Right.
but
Right.
it's more than ladders, it's structures.
Yeah.
You can bridges, different things, a sign.
Huh.
If you run through something and get killed by something, it's treacherous or something, you can put a sign warning somebody like,
Hey.
hey, watch out over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
Huh.
know who you're helping.
That's really cool.
Just another porter.
I wonder what the frequency of
That's
that
pretty
is.
legit.
Yeah. Well, it's completely random.
Right, but I'm
They-
wondering what
yeah.
the frequency of the randomness is.
It's
Is it like maybe 5% of the time you're in either you might get
You might get that sign. You know.
Yeah.
or-
I don't
yeah.
know, but it makes a really cool, like, to me, this is what No Man's Sky should have been,
Yeah. Some
in
like.
my opinion.
well, it is kind of that now.
Yeah, but it's still not
Yeah.
this involved where it's like, this is crazy. Like, this
Well,
is-
initially, the multiplayer was like that, but it was very rare for you to. Well, unless you're, like you could come across buildings and things that other people put. You wouldn't see them.
yeah, you'd just see build, but they're not helpful to your single player campaign as much as
Yeah.
this is. This is actually like
Right,
adding
right.
a cooperative element
Yeah.
without adding the, I don't want to say nuisance, but the dependability of a cooperative play, that you're dependent on somebody being there, like waiting for Ate to be ready to play
Right.
Gears of War 5.
Like
It
I can
doesn't
do
add
something
that.
on my
Yeah.
own, and then if he jumps on later that night or next week, or
Yeah.
if anybody jumps
But-
on, they could benefit from it.
Yeah, and you're not waiting for them. And you can, like Rob Dog said, you can leave vehicles. If you find a vehicle, there's
Right.
places called garages, which are like that inner portal like
Huh.
place. You
Interesting.
can.
You put vehicles in garages.
It's amazing.
Wow.
No, but like the garages
garage
are
an
like
invention?
the interdimensional, like between your world and somebody else's, where you can leave a vehicle there and somebody can go and find the vehicle. And they're
Yeah.
like, hey, you're gonna need this for this, and you.
That's pretty cool.
Blink.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can even leave. Rob Dog said you can even leave sound bites and some memes just for liking. Oh yeah. If you do things that people like, they can like it, and it will help increase
Yeah.
your portal level.
Well,
Huh.
it's more your that and your score, because like when you deliver packages,
Yeah. It's a really fascinating multiplayer
Yeah,
mode,
it's-
actually.
This actually makes
that's
me want to
really-
play the game way more.
Yeah, that's
Like,
really cool.
This is what does it.
Well, yeah, because I already
Dude, I don't
I-
even
no,
know
no,
what
no,
the
no.
story's about. This is all I know so far.
I already wanted to play it because it was Kojima, but I was kind of like, okay, I'll get it at some point and
Yeah.
play through it single player. But because of the community aspect, I want to jump in and be in there now
Right,
and see
right.
what people are doing. You can leave, you can leave people signs like that right there. I think is somebody's message they left them. Like,
Yeah, dude, this I know so little about this game, and this game is so out in left field for me right now that I am literally not going to touch it with a 10-foot pole until somebody gives me a review of it.
Well,
Robert's doing it for right now.
Well, I'm playing.
No, like
Okay.
I want to finish that bad boy and let me know if it sucked or if it was worth getting. So.
No, the issue is it's like you
What,
can
can't
put
fin-
hundreds.
Is it one of those games that you can't finish?
Oh,
type
No,
thing?
it's one of
I'm
those
gonna
games
check.
like Skyrim, where it's
Yeah, okay.
hundreds of hours of grinding that you can
Sure.
do because almost everything's on
But
foot and all
50
these
hours
crazy
in, I
things.
feel like he's going to be able to give me a decent idea as whether this is worth the slog or not.
Robert, is it worth the slug or not? As he says.
Is he 50 hours into it already?
No,
no-
but he's
well, I guess that could
he's
be
hours
right.
into it. But
Okay.
if you play, they're saying it's one of those things. If you play just the missions,
Yeah.
like didn't do any of the side cool stuff, you love exploring.
yeah.
Every
yeah.
game we're gonna explore.
Okay.
If you play just the missions, it's about a 50-hour game.
Oh, okay. All right. Then yeah.
So it's
okay.
a long.
It's a long game. All right,
It's
cool. I'm
more
down with that
along
then.
the lines of your
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
That type of those types of Link games. Yeah. Okay. Well,
He
I was
says-
stuck in the unfortunate conundrum.
Oh, Roblox says 70 plus at a fast. He says 100-hour gameplay if you have fun, 70 plus at a fast pace.
Holy crap.
And he said, "Hell yes, slug on."
All right.
He says
all
it's
right.
fun, awesome, and he doesn't like multiplayer. As if you know Robert, he's
Yeah.
not a big fan. He loves playing single player, being his own world.
that's just
Sure.
my-
Sure.
And what everybody's saying this is
It
is
still
like the
maintains that-
multiplayer for people that like multiplayer,
Yeah.
and the multiplayer for people that don't like multiplayer.
Still maintains that single player.
You
'cause you
feel
don't-
like
yeah.
you're in a
Yeah.
game the whole time playing by yourself, but there's not. It's
You're
to me,
discovering other things that people have left for you.
Yes.
It's still got that exploratory aspect to it. Yeah.
It's almost like when you played Fable or KOTOR, where you find things that give you like a flashback to what you did, like they describe something you did in the last game, like you're
Yeah.
playing the second one or whatever. It's kind of like that, but usable.
yeah.
Like
yeah,
you're gonna
yeah.
find a sign that says,
Right.
you're gonna. It's
I dig that. That's pretty cool. I was unfortunately stuck in the same position where, not quite the same one, but a similar position where I only had so much money. So I bought Star Wars, and I cannot afford Death Stranding right now because Call of Duty just came out, and
I put this on my Christmas list.
so yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it on my Christmas list, and I'm sure somebody will get it for me.
Yeah.
So,
So-
it's from what I played, it was a very bizarre. I wouldn't
okay.
say it is. The fun of this game is seeing and learning and
Yeah.
experiencing it. It's not
Yeah.
like oh my gosh, I'm having a great time because it's so much fun. It's like the
it's so
fun,
cinematic. Yeah, like
the
it's,
fun
but it's
is like
more,
the story and
Yeah.
it's weird.
Robert also brought this up. This is actually really cool too. They'll leave cargo in post boxes so you can turn them in, so it helps you level
Yeah,
more
I
quickly.
did notice that because when I was playing the game, I would find random, like, because they call it lost.
So
boxes.
there's some. Yeah, go ahead.
That you can like, you have your main mission of getting like these 4 post boxes or whatever, and then on your travels you can find like a lost box. So I'm guessing that's like what they're saying there. That's
and this is like something that somebody else left behind for you, type thing, or
yeah, because when
Yeah.
you're playing, from what little I've played, you can get over encumbered. So if you're like, man, I can't carry.
Oh,
like, well,
interesting.
I'm gonna leave this here.
Oh, that's pretty
and then
cool.
You can now walk faster.
So that way you're not just like dumping it in the open world. You can be like, hey, look,
I
I
think
can't
that's
do it.
what-
I can't do it right now, but I'll let somebody else do it. Benefit
Also,
from it. That's really cool.
I think if I'm not mistaken, you can find them where somebody failed, right? Like they actually failed or died and they dropped the cargo there. You can go find that randomly and pick it up and then complete
and
it.
complete
Yeah.
it. Nice.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool. I dig it. All right. Sounds like fun. Sounds like a
Um,
game I'll jump into after I'm done exploring every little freaking nook and cranny of Star Wars.
Yeah, no, it's again. I've only played past like the titles
Right.
sequence.
Right.
I got to. It also it's weird and it's like if you took Metal Gear Solid
which I did not like, but I understand that you guys did.
And Stranger Things, and they had like a baby.
Okay, cool. All right, I dig it.
So it's weird. It's obviously not Metal Gear Solid.
Right.
It's not Death Stranding, but it has that weird
Sure.
it's weird.
Yeah, I got you. I know where you're going.
You're like
bro.
trying to bring the
One thing
whole
I-
table towards you. Is that what you're trying to do right
Oh
now?
no. One thing I will. One thing I will
My table just keeps raising. You have armrests, Sate, on your chair. I can-
Yeah, I like the community building aspect of it because now you don't. It feels like this is something that they can spend some time building on, and people are helping each other, and it's a creative way to create a positive community building experience instead of people just trolling each other and everybody else's game and stuff like that and messing with people, So
I wonder if you could troll somebody.
that's kind of what I'm wondering. I mean, like if the possibility
leave a
exists
trail
for
of
you to like,
boxes to a
yeah,
bad
like if the
big baddie.
possibility exists to do it the other way, then it must also exist the bad way as well.
Yeah.
So, but
Put up a sign. Make sure you go over that direction. That's a bunch of treasure.
Right. But the nice thing is for every one of those that does exist, when somebody does follow that stupid sign, somebody probably will come back and go, don't follow this sign. They're an idiot. Go this way. And next thing you know, you have 400 signs going, don't follow that guy. Follow this guy.
Yeah.
No, not this guy, that guy. One of us is lying and one of us is telling the truth. Which one is which?
So it'll be. It's kind of really cool. Like,
No,
honestly,
I think it's pretty sick. I dig it.
like.
Yeah.
That's the mechanic right there that I think sent it over the edge for me wanting to play it sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it's. I don't want to get too. One thing I will tell you is that it's set in America after a great calamity.
Oh, so this is kind of post-apocalyptic type thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
but a weird.
But a weird
Are-
post-apocalyptic. Not your standard, like a nuke dropped and now everybody's
it's-
trading
it's-
bomb
Are there
caps.
like chimpanzees and gorillas that hold humans as slaves in this?
where the humans can't.
Aren't
speak
these
and-
the
Yeah.
ones with the weird? Okay, and tell me if I'm remembering this game correctly, but isn't this the one with the weird like alien type things that you can only sense like certain? Okay, yeah, okay, all right. So that's what I thought it was. All right. So
Yeah. So this is cool. If you were looking for more reasons to play Death Stranding, beyond as a Kojima game, or if you didn't know what it was because
The
you
sound
watched that
design is
trailer
great.
and you don't know what the heck it means anyways, and you're like, "What's cool?" This is kind of what the game
that
is.
first trailer was intense.
Well,
yeah.
So that first trailer,
Yeah.
pretty much is the story.
Oh.
Yeah, when I was playing the beginning of the game, it literally is that trailer.
Oh, so the beginning
Yeah.
of the game is the trailer that you're
It's,
playing.
it's part of it. Yeah.
yeah, so
Oh,
it's a
that's
large part of it.
So
yeah,
you're like,
it's- that was
still
intense.
doesn't teach me anything. but
Yeah, right. There's nothing from that trailer.
you're-
like
you're
it's
starting-
just
as you
what
start
is
playing the game,
happening?
you start learning a bit more and more. but
Okay,
it's still trippy and weird.
Sure, it was kind of what it's supposed to be in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like, what the heck? All right, now I got to figure this out because it's a draw-in. Yeah.
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 No, it's the sound design is great. The graphics are, I wouldn't say they're the best graphics, but they're really good. Like the skyboxes and the land design is great.
How big is the world? Would you say?
I
It's open
haven't-
world.
I haven't
Robert, how big the world?
Like
do you think
Star
it is?
Wars big?
No, I want to.
Comparative? Horizon Zero
I
Dawn
want to
big?
compare to
Like,
Horizon Zero Dawn
haven't
or
pulled out the map.
Skyrim or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
how big
It seems big.
Fallout. Well, that's a thing referencing the labyrinth and your guys' sign joke. He says one of us tells the truth and one of us always lies. He always lies.
Yeah, and Robert says in the chat.
I'm glad he got that one. That was what I was going after.
Robert says in the chat. I still have no idea what the full story is yet, and he's played a lot more than I have.
Yeah.
With a 100+ game, I have to imagine that you
Yeah.
probably wouldn't know for a very long time.
It's weird. It's weird in a good way.
Like with Horizon Zero Dawn, that was a 50+ hour game if you sped through it, and I didn't have the full spectrum until 40 hours into the game. Until basically the very end. So, provided they do a really good job with the storyline, you probably won't know.
So it's honestly really cool. And then there's another mechanic of it too, where
Hold on. Rob Dog says it's smaller than Skyrim, but way larger than Star Wars.
Oh,
That's
interesting. Because the Star Wars worlds feel pretty freaking big right now already, but
That's what he
yeah, but
says.
Skyrim's I think known
But
as like the biggest map beyond like a No Man's Sky, which is just places.
that's interesting because I felt like Horizon Zero Dawn was bigger than Skyrim, but Skyrim was pretty darn big too. I felt like they were pretty comparable.
Maybe.
But yeah. Anyways,
Another thing is you can do like the what is it called, like bridge links and strand contracts, at a certain point, you can create kind of like we'll say my favorites with people you've met.
Oh.
As far as like other players. So if I wanted you guys to show up more, the stuff you guys have done to show up more,
okay.
Oh, that's
it will
cool.
put that more to the top
You can start
priority
building your
of
own
things
algorithm
that
type
happen.
thing.
So if
Yeah.
you want to leave me like a middle finger somewhere
Sure,
in,
yeah.
in the place,
Big freaking
Yeah.
mage hand middle finger.
I
in the
wonder
middle
what
of the
that
sky.
means. And then somebody steps on you. Oh, that's what it meant.
Got him.
So you can kind of, not that you'll see only their stuff, but that you can kind of prioritize
The frequency
them
is a little higher,
into
yeah.
into the frequency of the randomization.
That's cool. That makes sense.
Really, like,
So I'm guessing the objects have like some sort of information, like a data tag on like so and so places.
Yeah,
Here.
right. Yeah, I would imagine they would have to. So
but I mean, you'll see, like, because the things you're leaving are popping up randomly in other people's worlds. You'll get likes. So if you pop out again, you'd see, oh, I have 600 likes.
that's really
That's
interesting.
really like it's
That's-
really
yeah,
there's
that's
this
fascinating.
social media element
Yeah, for sure.
that's really cool. Like, this is unheard of.
And
This
it's
is
not like pushing your face too. It's more of
No.
a sub, thing that if you didn't know about it, you wouldn't like.
and you don't have to do anything extra
Right.
to be
Right.
like anything extra from your game to be a part of it.
No, you're just
It's
playing your game
playing
and you're
your
leaving
game.
helpful things behind for other
This is
people,
like
Or if you're Matthew, you're leaving them like ladders going to a pit.
I
of
was gonna say,
despair.
man, the first time somebody leaves a sign leading me into like a freaking starlight pit,
people
I'm
are gonna have trust
I'm gonna
issues when I play
murder
this
somebody.
game.
I swear to God, like
they are going to have
it's gonna be
trust
the
issues.
worst. Like, all right, don't follow that d-bag sign, by the way, because this is where it takes you. Like, it's
You're gonna be like, "Ooh, a ladder at the top of the mountain, sweet." You're
trust the
at
signs.
the very
they said
top, like,
it'll be fun.
when you
they
get
said.
to the top, there's gonna be like a mine that blows you up. or
Yes,
something.
exactly. Like,
Like-
man, the trolls are gonna be real.
or the ladder collapses.
Or the ladder gets like 10 feet away from the edge of the wall.
Yeah.
You're like, well,
Have
You're
fun,
like,
buddy. Oh, cool. Yeah. So, like, I just spent 15 minutes climbing this thing. Sweet.
I don't know if you can be a troll like that in this game, but that'd be
I
funny.
have to imagine you can be.
Let's see.
Robert says they have those D-bag signs, but they don't get many likes. Trust the high
Trust
likes.
Makes
I
sense.
like it.
Yeah, that would
Got
make
it.
sense. Yeah. So maybe that's what the social media
It's
aspect
checks
helps
and
with
balances,
is the
yeah.
checks and balance aspect of it. Yeah.
It's a really cool, like, we were talking, I don't remember which episode, but recently about where multiplayer could go. What's the next big trend?
there
And
was
I
2
think it was in the
episodes
Claw. They asked, what's going to be the next big thing? What's going to fall away? We thought maybe, Battle Royales are going to fall away. What's the next big thing to come? Ati thought maybe, bringing in those huge, 256 versus 256
Persistent.
battles. I think this is the future of multiplayer.
It's a possibility.
Because
it's not the only future.
It's not but this, I think this is going to be something that's, because the predecessors of this, like we spoke about, Fable 2,
Yeah.
they touched on it very, in a very small way. They touched on what single player multiplayer could be. And I think Kojima just ripped open
Pandora's
that
box.
whole Pandora's box of what it could be. Not that you have to have this in every game,
Yeah,
but
it'll
that
be
the
a
option to
subsection
the
of
option
games.
to do
Right.
this in game to make single players more community driven
Yeah.
versus
Yeah.
having a Twitter page or a Facebook page or forums, whatever.
Right.
This honestly could have just ripped it wide open because nobody's ever done this before.
Yeah.
It's Diablo kind of touched on it
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
where with the Eternal Edition you could if your buddy couldn't beat something, he died to a boss, you could zoom to where he was and kill that boss and avenge him and get extra loot.
And
Right.
Klaus says in the chat that Dark Souls did do this.
So Dark Souls did this.
You can leave signs and hints. So that's
So signs and hints. So it's also progressing. So
Yeah.
as we can see
Yeah.
from 10 years ago when Fable 2 was, maybe a little sooner, I don't remember.
yeah.
You see it's progressed where people are starting to put in games. Dark Souls did the hints. Now we're getting to actual structures and things that are actually helping somebody in the game, vehicles. I think this is, and I think I'm just catching up to this, this is going to be the next big thing in multiplayer, really combining a co-op, taking single player, making it cooperative, making it multiplayer, but not actually being that. It is still a single player game, and I'm all for it. This is really cool to me.
I could for sure see it catching on as a staple type of multiplayer mode.
Yeah,
but
but
you're
not the
never
only one.
you're never going to get rid of the other modes. Like I
No,
think-
you're not. You're
yeah.
not. You're not.
But I
getting-
could for sure see it
this is-
cementing its place as
Yes,
one of
as
them.
one of the
yes.
next big
yeah, for sure.
trends.
Totally, yeah.
I
could see that.
You're never gonna get rid of shooters.
Pretty much any kind of RPG might have this in their game.
Yeah, it could be. That's what
It
I
makes
think.
it. Yeah,
this is.
it would fit wonderfully in most RPGs and stuff.
Yeah. Claw said Fable 2 was 2008, so 11 years ago. I wasn't far off.
No.
I think that's it. All I can say is I will be playing this game.
Yeah, I was gonna play it originally just based on the fun storyline and the
Yeah.
weirdness to it and everything and stuff like that. But now there's this aspect to it. It definitely drives it a little harder for me.
I didn't
It
know about
makes
that, but
grinding a little more fun, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
like
for
it
sure.
makes
Yeah.
exploring and grinding a little more.
The chance of finding something
Yeah,
that somebody else
something-
left behind.
yeah.
Is kind
Yeah,
of like a,
it spans a pretty cool little bridge between the different members of the community rather
Yeah.
than just because in a lot of games like your MMOs and things like that, your Destinies, your WoWs, there's countless people just running around doing
Yeah.
you don't care, you're not paying attention to them for the most part, maybe one or two of them and stuff, but they're just bodies running around, nobody really cares. This bridges a little bit of a gap and starts making people feel more like they're interacting with people on a one, like if I see a sign from somebody and it says posted by, and be like, oh hey cool, that was an actual person
Yeah.
who did this.
But you
know.
never have to interact with them.
Exactly, yeah.
You never have to hear somebody screaming on
Nerd
there. They did something
alert!
to your
Yeah.
mom and they're
Right.
11 years
Yeah,
old.
yeah, exactly.
You never
Right. Yeah.
It's
Because
just
all of that-
a really cool evolution of what was started, I'll say 11 years ago.
Yeah.
It has been getting better and better, and like we said,
And that's the problem is that's what did away with like all of those people, all of those, screamers and trollers and the fact that there was so much of it going on. It drove away the people who liked that community aspect to it. And now this kind of brings it back to a more medium ground where we can all interact
Yeah.
in the same space,
yeah.
So
So,
it's pretty cool. I dig it.
I'm gonna say go get Death Stranding.
yes.
Yep.
I would,
In my opinion, I'd say like
if
we
you're-
were
if you're
always
into those kind of
yeah.
action, not really action, but are like.
And I think leading all the way up to this game coming out, we were still like, "What's going on? Even when the game came out, like Michael said, I want to hear somebody say it's good."
Yeah, I just with so many
This
titles
was
coming out,
not
I can't drop the money on that.
Given
yet.
to us as far as
Nope.
how this could be, how this game works, and I'm honestly really excited for it. Like it's
Yeah,
a
for
really
sure.
cool something that
I think that's pretty sick.
yeah.
Yes,
Way to
it's-
go,
it's gonna be
Kojima.
interesting these next couple months playing Star Wars and
Yeah.
Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Those are some pretty polar opposites jumping back and forth, buddy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'll probably be there with you because if I get
Yeah.
it for Christmas, I'll probably be jumping back and
Yeah.
forth between them. So
Yeah, the Star Wars will be the game I play in front of Jude, and
Yep.
this one will be the game I play at night when he can't
with
be
all the
there,
lights
probably.
off and
Well,
Yeah.
it's not even that. I mean,
I
So
have
from
a feeling
what
this
I've
is a little
seen-
more mature.
yeah, it definitely is more mature.
yeah,
Just this
yeah.
odd feeling.
Yeah,
there's,
yeah, I should think so.
Yeah, there's definitely a few parts that
If that trailer is indicative, that thing was rough.
Well, that's the thing. Said Gears 5 is never going to happen.
I'll still play Gears.
On that note, let's get into the claw.
That's funny.
Haha, you didn't change it, so we got to use it. The claw
Whee!
is CLA. Stands for Chat Lobby Asks. This is where we turn the show
Spritzer.
over to you, the fans. The then he doesn't see that you're. A
What are you
horrible
doing?
person.
What are you doing?
There's
What are
no
you
claw
doing?
now.
Boo!
All right. This is where we turn the show over to y'all. You
Robert,
all.
this is why we need you here. Take
Um,
this tyrannical man away.
tyrannical man. Tyrannicosaurus Rex.
Tyrannicosaurus Rex. Yep. Little arms and a really big head.
Little arms and a big head. I don't think it's
well.
How many times have you referenced that on this podcast?
I don't know, but it's,
a gift
worth
that keeps
it.
giving.
It's
Look, you
just
cannot not
worth-
reference it. Look,
That's a great Disney movie.
if you're ever feeling bad,
Um,
just imagine a T-Rex trying to make a bed.
So, yes, the claw. That's where we were at, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, this is where we turn the show over to you. the first one we're going to start off with, actually, well, that's the thing.
Yeah, didn't he bring up one?
Brought up one, and I actually saw that at the beginning of the week, meant to put it in the podcast outline, and I forgot because I got swept away by the XO stuff.
XOXO? Kisses nuts?
There was a leak of a new patent by PlayStation, and
Yeah, I'm surprised I wasn't on here. We always do patents.
it happened at the beginning of the week.
Uh-huh.
And when I was doing this last night at 10 o'clock at night, I forgot about it. Even though one of those things where you remind yourself to put it on there. And it was so far back, it wasn't in the newest stuff when I was looking. So, thank you. Well, that's the thing for reminding us. There was a leak. And what people think it is, well, I'll tell you what it is. We don't have a picture for it, but it looks like a cartridge. You can see it on here. It looks like a cartridge. Ate, if I send this to you, can you? Looks like the old Nintendo. Yeah, cartridge. People are thinking that this is a how do we say this? They're thinking that it's for a handheld.
What is this
The cartridge.
cartridge? Is all it is.
It just looks like literally looks like.
Think of an old school Nintendo cartridge. Looks like that.
What apps do you have on here? Because I copied the picture. I can put it. Oh, you know what? Here, I'll tell you. I'm putting it at the bottom of the outline.
Well, good thing the outline's on the other screen.
Well, that seemed like a horrible use of your abilities. Never mind. I can't give it to you. It looks like a cartridge, but like a cartridge meets a floppy disk, like the face of it.
Oh, like a zip drive.
Pretty much.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
this is
Remember those?
what
Those are the
everybody thinks is meant for basically maybe a companion to when the PS5 comes out. We had the PSP, the PSP Go, the PlayStation Vita, the PS Vita. We had all these things, and we haven't had a handheld in a long time. They think this is going to be...
The PS Vita's still alive, gosh dang it.
Well...
Better.
I'm glad you think that. I'm happy for you. Ignorance is bliss.
He's holding on, man. He's holding strong. Nobody questions his loyalty.
It's interesting because
I'll take that over.
we haven't seen a cartridge in a while, and
Besides, doesn't Switch have
well,
cartridge?
Switch has that one. Yeah. So here's what I think. Everybody's automatically saying this is for a new handheld.
Well, let me see if I can get that picture.
I can put it on the thing. Yeah, go ahead and
Yeah, because if they can't see it, what's the point of talking about it?
boom. It's on the outline now. Everybody's saying this is for possibly a handheld. I think I disagree. It's at the very bottom. Refresh it. This could be the way we get PS5 games now. This could be that it's not disc, but they did say it was a disc. I thought they said it was a disc. We talked about this before. They said it was. Maybe this thing has the ability to read disc. I don't know, but we saw at the Switch they went to a cartridge. A cartridge is and like with the SSD, everybody loves that because it makes it feel like a cartridge where it's faster transmission. Oh, you can't copy and paste? Okay. Hold, please.
I gotta go buy a Switch now. For Pokemon.
Yep. It's there, Ate.
You know you're gonna get one too, Ate.
So maybe this is for a handheld. Maybe it's for another thing having to do with the PS5. Nobody knows. We just know we saw a cartridge, and hopefully Ate can get it on here in a second. And well, that's the thing. Says the people who broke the news for the PS5 as well, which is cool too. Like I said, it's a patent, so we don't know much. Ati's about to get it on the screen. Here he goes.
Whee!
There we go. And
Wait for it.
there it is. All right. So this is it. You can see it on the screen behind us. Don't know much about it, besides it's a cartridge. Like I said, you don't get a whole lot with the. Daisy getting really close to see it. I don't know.
So
I don't know.
What would
It looks like to me not really a cartridge, but a reader. Because if you look at the bottom of it, it's like something's supposed to go into it.
Yeah, but the OG cartridges had the hole in the bottom that it.
What would be the purpose of moving over to a cartridge instead of a CD? I feel like we're going back.
Not necessarily.
Unless it's an expandable hard drive.
Because
bay or
CDs
something.
are actually antiquated now because of the storage they can put in it. So cartridges were antiquated because the chipsets they can put in there couldn't hold that much. CDs became a thing because they could hold more.
Right.
And then Blu-rays were a thing because they could hold more and give you HD.
Right.
Now they're going back to cartridges and certain. Think about an SSD.
Yeah,
that's all it
right.
is.
You
Okay,
can get
alright.
it's basically an
Okay.
SSD. You can get a little pony stick, gumstick SSD that can have 256 gigabytes of storage
So what I'm
and put it on there. So now what if they are going back to cartridges?
so
for the
what I'm
PS5.
hearing is I can finally put my blowing skills back to use.
Yes, like you don't every Friday night.
Warm 'em up, boys. Warm up them pipes. Ooh, I'm
Warm up
excited.
them pipes.
Ooh, I can't wait. I trained for this all my life.
But a lot of people think it's going to be for a handheld.
Oh, wait, there's a second
Interesting.
image.
Okay. It's the same one. What are you doing?
I mean, I'm not opposed to the concept of a cartridge. I mean, if we go back to cartridges, at least now we're not going to have I'd be more inclined to buy a physical with a cartridge because now I'm not having to worry about the CD getting scratched up, busted, or anything like that. Those
Think
things are
about it-
tanks.
Well, think about it this way.
I mean, I still
If you
won't
have an SSD, right?
yeah.
But this was in November 2015.
What?
That's what the date says on it. Oh, no, never mind.
Oh.
It says
No, it-
5/11/2019.
Oh,
It
it's
was blocked off.
Oh,
on it.
okay. I was like, well, that whole section just went to hell.
A. Rodriguez says, why not both handheld and PS5? That's what people are thinking. They're
Sure.
thinking this could be
Yeah.
the companion,
Right.
like it's going to come out at the same time.
Because is that a screen on top of that, or is that just a label placement?
I think it's just a label.
It's just label. Yeah.
Here's the thing.
So that was just like a short, squat Game Boy.
Here's the thing. Imagine if the reason it's so fast is not just because of it's an SSD, which
Right.
makes it faster, but because you're transmitting off another micro SSD, basically.
Right,
that
exactly.
it's a digital versus a disk that spins and reads, which is automatically going to be slower, even if you do have an SSD.
Yeah, right.
If you're putting this with that,
That'd be pretty
maybe
cool.
that's how they're getting the crazy speeds. Because as we saw, the Switch did it. And I don't know if you've ever played a Switch, but everything loads pretty dang quickly.
I have not
Well,
personally.
yeah.
So.
'cause
With the cartridge. I mean, off the cartridge, it goes.
What was that?
blink.
Out
nothing.
Is you mumbling over there?
Nothing.
You mumbler. That's
Well,
pretty cool.
Claw says, don't we know this isn't for PS5 since the dev kit leaked
Yeah,
and
'cause
doesn't
on
have
on
a
the
card
dev-
slot?
Yeah, then the dev.
I thought on the front it did have a card
It had
slot, actually.
it had a on the
It had an SSD slot, huh?
no, it had a disc.
Oh, not SSD, a micro SD slot.
Yes, it did have a micro, and then it had a bunch of USBs. Then it had a disk drive.
Look, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying it's a possibility it could happen. Or we got another handheld around the corner.
Or something else altogether.
Right.
To me, it seems dumb to have a handheld companion. Unless this is the system. Like Switch being the system and being a handheld,
Yeah, maybe they're going the Switch route.
The fact that everybody's going towards the stream anywhere, play anywhere kind of thing, it doesn't make sense to have the console and limit yourself to player games on this handheld as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, or it is. I don't know, but it's
we'll have to find
it's
out.
all speculation. We won't know probably till they announce everything. Anything else from the Claw? Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Talk a boot.
Chuck a boot? Because we got to get going.
Why was Damian Williams downgraded to questionable? What's wrong with you?
That might be it. Wait. Claw says, what do you think about Xbox finally getting the Yakuza and almost every Final Fantasy game and it launching into Game Pass?
Yakuza?
Yeah, what did you...
Yakuza?
What did I say?
You said Yakuza? Yakuza?
Wow, sorry.
It's probably just the way it was written. It probably
I just
what was this question? What do you think about the Final
Xbox
Fantasy games getting Yakuza?
and getting on Game Pass and all this stuff.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't.
What does he mean? Like,
I mean, it's nice for people.
It's
who
cool
only
for
have...
people that never experienced it. If you were one of those people that, like, only played Xbox, so you weren't playing Final Fantasy games before, you weren't playing Yakuza. Like, if you were that person, okay, but most people experience those already because they were playing it. If you're like a gamer that likes video games, you play both systems usually.
Well, tradition never really came out on Xboxes in general. I mean, it was always mostly always a PS game.
What do I think about it? It's good for another another sect of gamers to play. I don't think it makes or breaks anything. I just think it's a cool thing for you guys.
Right.
Because
it just goes back to the whole
Square Enix as a whole hasn't. I mean, they've made games for multiple consoles anyway, so it's not too much of a leap.
Yeah, and you
Except
could
for
see that they
Yakuza.
were trying to maximize their profits anyways by Final Fantasy coming out on both and all this stuff. So, I mean, they had stuff on Nintendo as well. Final Fantasy was on Nintendo before, so it's Final Fantasy Tactics, different things.
Star Online.
Yeah,
Fantasy Star Online.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm not excited about it because when I go to Game Pass, I'm going to want to try these other cool games. I'm not going back to play these old games.
For me, like Final Fantasy and those kind of RPGs, they're really cool early on. Now I never really have a drive to play those games because they all have the same kind of mold.
Yeah, not to dive down another rabbit hole, but the new Final Fantasy games are not what we grew up with. The new Final Fantasy games are all MMOs now, and the whole format of them has changed. The characters have
some
changed.
of them are MMOs, but some of them
are
still story games.
Even the story ones have changed. Even still,
yeah,
too.
they're
like
completely different.
Yeah, they're not the ones we grew up with. It's a whole different ballgame now. So.
I miss turn-based combat.
Yes, and remember how bad I got screwed over with that one Final Fantasy where
Final
it was
Fantasy 12.
Yeah, where you had to actually attack
the
monsters out in the open world to gain XP.
Yeah,
I was
missed when they just went.
Yes, exactly.
Like
I was like, so are you telling me I have the option to fight this or not? Of course, I'm just gonna run around.
And then you got screwed.
And then I got screwed over when I got to the bosses. I was like getting murdered left, right, and center.
You don't have any XP.
Right, because I didn't have any XP. Like I had no abilities, know. So.
Well, I think that's it.
Yeah,
we got to get going.
Not Gears 5.
No, I'll be getting ready to go up to your place.
You mean playing Death Stranding?
Oh, are you coming up for the for the party?
For the Brewer party, yep.
Mm-hmm.
He took on plus one.
Oh, hey, nice. Very cool. I had no idea about that.
I'm
Very cool.
Matthew's plus one, yep.
Yeah, here you go. As what is the word? Something's
Don't-
best.
Bird's the word?
Something's best, yeah. Y'all can insert what
Something
the
is when.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think this has been the Casual Misfits Gaming Podcast, episode number 84. He's not going to say it.
Quadruple cinco?
Quadruple single, yeah.
Yes, that's what 84 is in Spanish.
I had to fill in. You didn't do it, so I had to go. This is what happens when you don't pay attention.
40, quadruple 5, so that's what, 25?
If you want to catch this, if you want to listen to this in the future, say you came in at the end of this, you want to see where we started, catch the whole thing, you can watch it on YouTube on Monday. You can listen to it on your car ride to work or school or in your cubicle or in your office or anywhere.
Or on the treadmill.
Or on the treadmill. If you're an exercising kind of guy or gal.
Cooking dinner.
On pretty much everything. You can find it on iTunes, Spotify, Soundcloud, iHeartRadio, and any podcast catcher. You just type in Casual Misfits Gaming and it will pop up.
I caught myself.
And your VHSs are in the mail, too.
Hmm?
And your VHSs are in the mail, too.
And your VHSs are in the mail. Yes, if you subscribe to our catalog,
Yep.
we'll send you a VHS every week. It's pretty amazing. I know you guys remember signing up for those VHS.
Yeah.
You know,
They're
you
still
get,
being printed.
yeah.
So the boomers, right? Okay, boomer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what this thing says, 5 times 4 equals 20 for people that don't know math on that side of the table.
I caught myself, okay?
Anyways, this has been the Casual Misfits Gaming Podcast, episode number 84. I'm Matt Rojas, a.k.a. the Dread Pirate. And next to me,
Michael Walquist, a.k.a. Siri Knight.
Siri Knight. And on the far end,
I'm Ate Rojas, also known as No Jeans.
No jeans.
that's been it. This is the CMG Podcast, episode number 84. We'll see you next week. Finger guns.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Press button. No, I don't want spoilers. You're not allowed to play.